Hello folks, Fuzz here, welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Wristorative, which is a really useful accessory actually, and when you equip it on somebody, they gain 25 health a turn once the item has been reworked to the +3 variant. So first of all we need to actually get the chest. You will need the magic key for this, which we have unlocked recently in the walkthrough, and if you want to get this as soon as possible, then you're going to want to head over from the Emerald Coast. Make sure you stay at the campsite if you haven't already there, just to add it to your list of fast travel points from the zoom spell. And from this point then we're going to head over to the Cobblestone Falls area, which is located just over to the west, and then down the narrow path here. So these are obviously all of the earlier areas in the game that we visited, but before we had access to the zoom spell, which is also another bonus of revisiting them now, not just only to grab the items, but to also add them to the to the list of fast travel and whatnot. And we're just going to head across here into the Heliodor region, if we can do that, that is. So it can be a little bit tricky to navigate through the various obstacles and that, but there we go. And once the next area has loaded, try and wait for the map to load. There we go. We're going to head over next to Cobblestone. Okay, so Cobblestone is where the hero was living before he began his journey. I'm just going to avoid the enemies for now. In fact, I don't see a time where I'm going to really be caring about taking those guys on again. As you can see, much easier this is with a mount. Could actually stay at the campsite there in order to be able to zoom to it. In fact, I probably should have done that, not to worry. And we'll automatically dismount at this point. And now if we look at the map, we can see a little red lock over at the eastern part of the area. So that's actually where we want to go now. And as you can see, it's a little bit out of the way, so it can be easy to miss this item. But I recommend that you guys are going to want to get this one for sure. So just try and manoeuvre around. There we go, just drop down here and head over to the door itself. And we can use the magic key. And we just need to follow the path now. Fortunately, it's fairly linear from this point. And there we go. So I recommend now heading back to a campsite. I'm probably going to run up to the previous one that I should have done a moment ago to make sure to add that to the list. And then you'll want to save your game before attempting to rework this item to get it into +3. Don't forget as well, guys, if you do mess up the reforging, then when you reload you will have to wait, I think it's 5 minutes before you're able to go ahead and reforge once more. New ability, multi-bash. So I'll have a look at that no doubt in a moment's time. Let's go ahead and select rework. And if we go to the equipment bag, I believe it will be in. And over at the end there, yes, the Wristorative. So it actually seems to be a decent boost to stats as well for some of our characters. I'm not sure who I'm going to give it to yet once it's reworked. Potentially, obviously, the character I expect to take the most damage in a fight. So it's going to take 16 Perfectionist Pearls to actually rework this thing. And, oh, that's going to be narrow. So we're going to have to, I believe, get at least one of these to be perfect. So we'll see how this goes. Let's go ahead and make a start here. And we're not actually getting a whole lot, are we, in terms of... let's go ahead and boost by 300 degrees. I think we're going to need it. And then we're just going to keep bashing. This is a tricky one. We're going to run out of focus very soon. So I might have to reforge it later on, in fact. Especially because it keeps healing itself, which isn't what I want. Let's try and at least get one of these in. I'm not sure it's going to make a difference though. And we'll just go for normal bash here. Wow, that is absolutely horrible. Okay guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to reforge this at the moment. I do actually think it would be possible, guys. On the second attempt, I managed to get it a little bit better than the previous one. On the first attempt, I couldn't even get the blue bar to actually get into the green areas, but this time I have, although I've ran out of focus cost, so I can't do the important lightning bash to try and finish it off. That said, the way I did this, I wonder if a normal bash would do this. I'm a bit concerned actually, it'd put it outside the area. Basically then, What I did was boost the temperature using Sizzly Puff. I think I did this about 3 or 4 times, which used a lot of focus. But then with multi-bash, which even though it can use 4 squares, it actually even works against 2 because it does 4 separate strikes. So it will still work on 2 squares. And I just got a few critical strikes by using that one because I had the temperature so high. And that's what was able to boost this a little bit more. So I'm not going to bother reloading at this point. I'll have a go at doing this again in the future when the reworking's a little bit easier because my level's high and I've got more focus and whatnot. But there you go then, guys. It is possible, I think, to rework it to +3 even early on once you first actually loot the restorative item. So you just need a bit of patience, bit of luck, and make sure you make good use of Sizzly Puff. And I'd recommend multi-bash with it as well. But as I say, I'm going to go ahead and just leave it at that for now. So that should go ahead and give us a +2, I'd imagine, because we got both into the green area. Which isn't quite as good as +3, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Oh, only a +1. Well, it's still better than what it was. So again, I will go ahead and save my game again at this point. I'll be happy to keep that item. It won't be +25 healing, unfortunately, but it will obviously be better than it was. A little bit, not a huge amount, but a little bit. And I'm thinking I'm going to give it to Jade, maybe. She's already got Belle's Bow, which boosts her MP each round, and I do want to keep that equipped. So I would have to lose a little bit of attack power if I do give it to her. 8 points of attack, so fair whack really. Maybe I won't do that. Give it to one of the casters instead, since they can't really afford to take a whole lot of damage. And perhaps if we replace her Enchantress gloves, then she'd lose a little bit of magical might, but would gain a bit of defense. Or perhaps we could give it to somebody else. I'll have a think about that anyway, guys. It's a good item, definitely want to equip it on somebody, just not sure who yet. Okay, and as a bonus, let's go ahead and get one more item as well that's close by from the magic doors. So for this one, you're going to head all the way north, and this will take us back to the town of Heliodor. And there's another magic door, as I mentioned, to be found inside. We do have to just head into the next area. So this one's not quite as exciting as the item we just collected. By the way, that restorative that we just looted, with a +1 rework, it's going to return 15 health per round as opposed to +25 on a +3 rework. So not as exciting, sadly, but still pretty decent, especially this early on when our health, you know, totals aren't as much as they are later on. It is actually a really useful accessory, even going towards the final parts of the game. Not so much on some of the stronger bosses in the game, because they're going to be doing a lot more damage than +25 health per round is really going to make a difference with. But for many of the other encounters, it is going to be very, very useful indeed. And wow, it's been a while since I've been here. Hey, good to be back in Heliodor. So we're going to head down the steps here into the downtown area. So you remember this is kind of like the long, narrow town, which we did various story elements that were covered last time we were here. And you can see the door just over here. So we'll go ahead and use the magic key. And inside here there's a treasure chest containing a bit of money for us, 5,000 gold coins. So that's the other thing that I would like to show you there. Alright then, guys, I think we'll call it quits for now. So thanks for stopping by and joining me today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the episode, and please do subscribe for future Dragon Quest XI content. I am going through the game, putting forward a complete walkthrough for you all. So, you know, if you want to make sure you're not going to miss anything, then could do well with following it. But yeah, like I say, it's been fun. So thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Goodbye.